Good morning, guys. Shakesman here. Let's bring you a bit closer. It's Saturday the 28th. Hope you all had a good Christmas. Ours was okay, visiting grandkids, carnage. And then we came home later in the afternoon, nice and quiet, visited my auntie. Yeah, got a bit of a bunged up nose, so I apologise. Just going to go through. I've roughly done my yearly outgoings, incomings, and I'm just going to give a rough guide of what I've done in 2024. Don't take this as all gospel because it's just done with a laptop, with a calculator, and my brain. So it could be way off, but it roughly works out as far as I can see. The total mileage I did in 2020, 2024, this is. I'm not working now until February. I just feel a bit rough. I was going to work Monday and Tuesday. I don't think any of my, if one of the customers phones, I've only got two or three, but if one of them, they're not going to phone. They're not working, I don't think. But if they did, I may go out. I'm not that fussed. Um, Mileage I did. It was less than 2023. I did 58,378 every mileage from door to door. The van might have done some more mileage when I took it up to Darren's or I went out in it, went fishing in it, but 58,378 was the mileage. My days worked. I normally base my yearly figures on 210 days, 42 weeks. 210 days, 5 day weeks, 42 weeks. And I didn't do that. I did 200. So I did 40 weeks. I had 12 weeks off, which seems a lot. But when you work out, I don't work January. I have Christmas off, normally 2 weeks. I have a week in the summer, another week on a biking holiday, blah, blah, van off, hospital visits, doctors, everything. So I worked 200 days. My driving hours, I did 1,322 hours driving in them 200 days. And my pence per mile overall, yeah, overall was 74 and half p, 74.5 pence. That's every mile. That's after taking the 10% VAT out. If you keep that in, it goes up to 86, but you have to pay the VAT, man. So that works out. My fuel, this is a one that you want to keep your eye on. £7,421 and sixpence. And that was less than last year because I did probably about 8,000 miles less driving. So my fuel last year was higher than that. So van maintenance, everyone says, oh, it's only a couple of services and that. 2,373. And that's not with a main dealer doing servicing at outrageous prices. It's services, MOTs, tyres, and I had a new clutch, new water pump, and I think the timing belt come in with a water pump. And it was 2,373. Quite a lot. CX subs, obviously, that we pay them every year. They've gone up. I've paid next year's already. I've just paid them, but they have gone up by about 120 quid or something a year, tenner a month. But the subs is it suits me. It's still 70% of my work off the CX. My insurance for 2024 worked out at 1,200 quid. That was hire and reward, goods in transit, and public liability. Next year, I've just paid it because it's all in December, mine is, and I've paid for the whole year, and it's 200 quid more next year for goods in transit, public liability, hire and reward. In fact, the hire and reward has gone up and covered that. The goods in transit and public liability, I got it cheaper, but my hire and reward's gone up. Best part of 300 quid. Miscellaneous, others, stationery, stamps, bits and pieces, any printer stuff I need, cartridges, anything like that. I spent 300 quid, which is quite a lot. I've got to try and get that down. It is coming down because not many people have a stamp now, and very few shippers have it through the post, which is good. Hotels, I only used 5 hotels all year, and that come out at £220. Cheap hotels, only used five. Although I did have 22 days out, but because in the summer I sleep in a van. Uh, Obviously, my biggest bill is my wages, which I, I pay 500 a week every week. Well, it's 2,000 a month. It comes 24, and I pay a Christmas bonus every year. I pay myself a bonus related on how much I think can afford to pay myself. So that comes out. Uh, that's after. VAT and everything. That's not gross. I don't pay anything, but that's after that. My accountancy comes out at just under 900, and she does everything. She does VAT, wages, all sort, everything. She integrates my internet banking with my CX. She does all that. She makes sure everything's done. All my corporation tax is worked out. Everything's worked out. So I have a stress-free time with that. I don't need to worry too much about it. I obviously pay it, but she tells me how much to pay. She gives me a rundown. She's lovely. I've known Ruth for a few years now, and she's great. Uh, I had a ferry, one ferry. Return obviously from the Isle of Wight, 104.75. My HMRC, my 10%, which I give the VAT man because I'm on the flat rate, works out at 5,033 quid. And I had corporation tax to pay as well, which was paid. Internet and phone, I have a fixed contract with Vodafone, which is unlimited data, unlimited phone calls, and I pay 30 quid a month. I've got a dongle for the van, so I've got internet for my laptop, which is what I'm speaking to you on. So that works out that. Tolls, as in congestion charge, M6 tolls, Dartford Bridge tolls, that comes out. I've got two accounts there to cover them, and that was 76 quid. And the bank fees. Bank fees are a pain, but the one I'm on comes out at 260 a year. Seems a lot, but I get a lot out of it. I'm on a higher level one. I could have the basic, but this higher level one means I don't have to do quite as much. It makes my life easier. So that's pretty much it. Um, that's all I can see here. What I've done. I mean, it's all rough. My gross total was £48,380.97p. You take off paying tax, and it comes to 43,377.58. And my total outgoings, from what I've just told you, including everything I can see, and I've been through my internet banking from last December, all my outgoings, and it comes out at 38,712, which gives me a target of 4,600. So where am I looking for? Profit, net profit, 4,600. I didn't pay myself a massive Christmas bonus. The 4,600. You call it profit? It's not. You think, oh God, he's doing well. In 2 or 3 years, you're going to looking for a new van every 2, 3 years because you wear the vans out. If you get a van for 3 years, you're doing say 60,000 a year, 180,000. That's virtually the life of the van nearly. You're gonna look for another van. So that 4,600. I mean, I put money aside just to build a bit of a pot up for a van, and the money I put aside next year, 2025, I'm definitely going to need a new van. I'm looking at probably 10 grand. I don't finance van. I don't like having van on finance. The only finance I will give give the company, is I'll lend the money to the company, out my personal money, and the company pays me back no interest. It doesn't pay any interest. It's not like a finance at 12% or whatever. So I don't finance a van. I don't lease a van. I like to own the van, and then I look after it and hopefully sell it on for some money. But yeah, so you think, God, he's done well, Satesman, 4,600, and he's only worked 40 weeks. That 4,600 is took up. It really is took up. In 2 years, that's like 9,200. That's a van. So with you trade in your van, which is knackered at 2 grand, or you sell it 3 grand, it's a van. So you think, wow, let's jump on this, get a small van, we're going to make money. I don't think you are. You're going to have a way of life, and I love driving. I love my job. If I didn't love my job, I didn't love what I did driving, and it was becoming a chore, I'd knock it on the head straight away. But I love driving. I love going all over the country. I love visiting places. I just like being out, and it's just a job to me. I love driving. I love riding motorbikes as a hobby, and I love driving the vans. So it's a way of life. But that's my rough 2024 in one in one page of A4. That's what it is. Obviously, I shall tidy it up and I'll get the figures actually exact. But I'm pretty much convinced that's what it is. I said, if you've been watching my previous videos, you'll know that in about October and November, I decided to try and take Fridays off. I managed to do sort of 5 or 6 Fridays. And so I got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, which worked out really well. Now, next year, 2025, my wife, she starts getting her pension in April. And I'm still going to be working. I haven't got to pension age yet. I'm not quite there. I know I look it. We're gonna be looking to look on Friday. When I'll get a different van. I am going to get slightly bigger van next year in sort of March, April. We'll see where the money lies because I've got to get through January. I'm not working, and obviously February the money comes in from December, sort of thing. It gets less. March you don't get no money coming in because you haven't worked. It's in January, but then I'll know where I stand to get another van. So get a slightly bigger van, and on Fridays, I'm actually going to be looking on some Fridays in the summer where we're going to. Wife's going to come with me on a Friday. We're going to look, and wherever there's a long job, whatever part of the country, we're going to stay over and make a weekend of it and come back on the Sunday. So we're going to have 2 nights. That'll be personal. It won't be work hotels. It'll be personal hotels. We're going to try and get away for a few weekends. So that's sort of a plan when she's retired fully in 2025 from sort of May, June, and July. Sort of probably June, July, August. We have got a holiday in June, which we've booked up. We're going to Crete for a week, and I'm also going away in May with my mate. We're going to Southern Ireland on a motorbike. It's just me and him. We went to the Isle of Man last year. We're going for a week around Southern Ireland in May. So there's already 6 or 7 weeks off. So that's where your 10 weeks comes in, all the other bits. Hope that gives you sort of a rough insight into how it's been. We're still going well. This is going into our 5th year. We're not bringing any extra money in as such. We are slightly up, but it's just the way it is. Yes, I could work 45, 46 weeks and bring more money in, but my outgoings would be still, fuel would be up. But that's what I choose to do. You could earn money because obviously you pay insurance for 12 months, you pay everything is 12 months, and I don't work 12 months. I work sort of 9.5 months. So in that 12 months, if you work 46 weeks out of 52 and had 6 weeks off, another 30 days, you'd be earning probably another 6 grand. Your fuel will probably be, I don't know, another grand, 800. You'd probably get another 5 grand out of it, but I don't. If I had to, I would. But I can live on that money, and you've got to have a work social balance. That's what I've worked out. We've had a lot of ill health last year, or we've had some, news that's people, and you think it's too short to work and work and work and not get any social balance. So, anyway, Happy New Year to you all. Like I say, this will be my last video now until I get back to work. We're off to Where are we off to? We're going to Brighton for 4 days, from the 6th of February to the 10th, and then we're going to southern Spain for 3 weeks. Come back on the 31st. Darren's having my van because, again, more expensive. We're going to put a new exhaust manifold on it. We think there's a slight crack in it, so he's having it while I'm away. He'll get that sorted, get the van all tipped up, and then I'm back to work first week in February. So, like I say, Happy New Year to you all. Let's hope all I hope for 2025 is health, good health for my family, well, everyone really, because if you can't do nothing without health, and that's pretty much it. And let's hope we make some money and hope the CX picks up and we get customers who need couriers. So I still do the videos; they're unedited. I don't fancy edit. I don't do tags on end screen, start screens because I just I ain't technically gifted enough or got enough time. So, speak soon. Take care.